Welcome to Play on News, where we play on news because it's a play on news, and this is a word play of play on news. So, I'm Lord Splice, your host for this week's Play on News, and also the eternal Master Chief Spartan 117. Nah, that's a joke, but I would play a better Master Chief than whoever is going to be in that live action Paramount Plus series, like we said in the last Play on News. Anyway, so we're going to start off with some MCU news today. If you've never seen Orphan Black is an amazing, amazing show, and it has some amazing actors and actresses in it. And one of them is, I forgot how to pronounce her name, so let's actually get it right here, you guys. Get it right. I think it's like Tatiana Malani. Hold up, I got this. All right, I'm gonna try to say this the right way. All right. Tatiana Maslany. Got it. I nailed it on the first try. I didn't need Google for the help for the pronunciation. Tatiana Maslany. She's going to be your next She-Hulk. I am a huge fan of Orphan Black. I actually have the entire collection on old school DVD. It's an amazing show. If you have not seen it, please go see it. I mean, she plays a whole cast of characters. We're going to throw some up on the screen right now. Bow, power of editing. And from the main character to the chic businesswoman to the smart nerd. I mean, her acting range is amazing, which brings me to the point of I think it was a great casting decision to make her She-Hulk, because one thing that she hasn't played yet is a lawyer. And recently we got some images of her, and I know the leaks are coming aplenty for Marvel at this point, but Thermos, yes, Thermos, like a thermos bottle, has actually leaked out some images of her as She-Hulk. So here are some images of it. She looks great to me for a person that is not 7 feet tall like She-Hulk is in the comics. She looks great as She-Hulk. I don't know how they're gonna do the whole size thing, but movie magic, or TV magic in this case. But she looks great. I already said she made a great Jennifer Walters, and I think she's amazing. Like, her acting range is just it's impeccable, and I think that I'm just looking at these images, and she looks stunning in it, and it actually looks like a very, very, very believable She-Hulk. It seems like if this is not just makeup and she's actually been working out, it seems like she's been prepping for this role, and I think that she was actually made for this role because of her acting range. I would actually love to see her in a She-Hulk movie. Or I know the rumors for A-Force has been going around for a while, but if there is an A-Force movie, I think she needs to be the lead character. She needs to be like the Captain America of this movie, and if not, at least make her the Iron Man of this movie, because I know everybody wants to do the Brie Larson Captain Marvel stuff, but I think it should be focused around She-Hulk. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but even in the comics, I think She-Hulk at one point was the leader of A-Force, so just saying. Obi-Wan Kenobi. Or should I say like Darth Maul? Obi-Wan Kenobi. I honestly cannot wait for this TV show. I am a huge Ewan McGregor fan. I think he is the best Obi-Wan Kenobi, between himself and the live action. Between himself and the animated series, I think he's the best version of the two. I think that the animated series had a very, very good Obi-Wan Kenobi, and they mimicked his voice, and accent pretty well. But if I had to choose between them, I would say the animated, the Clone Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi is more emotionally driven, and I think that even though he delivers a more emotional performance in his voice acting, I believe Ewan McGregor, it can't beat, even though they're trying to play the same character, and the animated version is a version of the live action version. His facial expressions show so much pain and anguish, and I think you can't beat that. And when you look at the original trilogy, the original series for Star Wars, I didn't like it, and it's not because I wasn't born at the time, even though I'm an '86 baby. It's not because I wasn't born at the time or anything like that. I just think that it was a very stiff performance, and even the original Obi-Wan Kenobi, I forgot his name, forgive me, but he even said he did not want to play the character, so it wasn't even something that he desired to do, and I think it came across in a lot of the performance, because I've seen some pieces of his old work before he signed on for Star Wars, and he was a really, really good actor, very renowned actor. And it just didn't come through with Star Wars. It just seemed very bland. Even when he was sneaking around the Death Star, it was just like it was just very, it wasn't really believable. Ewan McGregor though nailed the part and took a mix between old and new and mashed it together. And to see him finally get his own spin-off TV show, I think is a long time coming. And the fact that they mixed Clone Wars and Rebels in there and threw the Inquisitors in there, that I did not see coming. I thought it was going to be like Sand People and maybe Darth Maul here and there, of course Darth Vader, but not the Inquisitors. But it actually makes sense given the time frame. You got Star Wars Rebels, and if the rumors of him fighting Darth Vader and Hayden Christensen, the Darth Vader of our time from the prequel series on, is coming back to reprise his role, which means that there's going to be scenes with the helmet off, which I'm very curious to see compared to the original actor. And they're going to be fighting Darth Vader. It does make sense that the Inquisitors would be included because the Inquisitors report Darth Vader, which would then give Darth Vader an excuse to find Obi-Wan Kenobi and to have their battle. It makes more sense actually this way. So I am excited for it, and I cannot wait to see the rematch between Obi-Wan Kenobi and Anakin Skywalker as Darth Vader. I'm thrilled, man. This is a series that I said from the beginning that they needed to make, and I'm ecstatic that they're finally going through with it. So the trailer dropped, and it looks fucking amazing, and the lightsaber work is great. I mean, oh my god, I'm a Sith fan through and through, and those red lightsabers and just seeing it reminds me of the Old Republic, the video game for Star Wars: The Old Republic, the MMO. I mean, it reminds me of that. If you've never seen any of the CGI, not cutscenes, but the CGI trailers for the Old Republic, Star Wars: The Old Republic, you need to go see it. It will make you want High Republic or Old Republic TV show or movies. And I know that that's in the works, but it needs to showcase this moment in time where it was just like 100 Sith versus 100 Jedi in a huge ass war, and it gives me a lot of the vibes. I'm all for the Obi-Wan Kenobi movie for the trailer, and if the series is anything as half as the trailer, I think we're going to be in for a hell of a ride. I'm hoping for 8 episodes and not 6, but I mean, it's Disney and they like the 6 for some reason. But yeah, let's see what they got. So Halo season 2 of the Battle Pass the season and comes with a new Battle Pass event. Samurai Fiesta event is gone for now, and they brought out Tactical Ops. And with season 2, everybody was saying that it's going to come with co-op and Forge. Forge we know was delayed, and we were okay with that. They were saying maybe season 3, but we was like, at least we get co-op. Nope. There's no campaign co-op mode, and they're hoping for the end of this month of March. If not, then May or June. Yeah, that's really fucking disappointing. I've been playing Halo non-stop, and I can tell you that I was waiting for a co-op because of the fact that the campaign was very lackluster, and I do have a friend that likes Halo lore like I do, and I was actually gonna at least give it a go. There was no desire to do co-op mode like in previous Halos, where like going legendary, because you know it's linear. You just choose the level and you just do the level, and it's fun that way. Short little burst of co-op fun. To have open world, I wasn't really a big fan of it, but we were willing to give it a try, and it really sucks that they're postponing it. But at least we're still getting it. At least they're not saying it's canceled or scrapped altogether. Defender Strange from Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, Doctor Strange 2. They just released the Defender Strange Funko Pop, which gives a lot more details to the costume, to the suit. You can actually see the bottom half of it, and it looks pretty cool. I actually like this version of Doctor Strange a lot more than the main timeline Doctor Strange. I think Defender Strange looks pretty cool. I like the white sideburns, the white streak on the side of his head. I also like the red and black color scheme. I don't know if he has a cape, but if he does, hopefully it's the same cape. I think it would look sick, man. And the main sacred timeline of the MCU, I hope we eventually get a version of Doctor Strange, which is Defender Strange. Maybe he dies, Dr. Voodoo takes over, or Clea, and then he comes back and he takes over as Defender Strange. And I think it would be pretty cool. AEW, All Elite Wrestling. I'm a big AEW fan, and they have purchased Ring of Honor. And the recent episodes of AEW Dynamite and their pay-per-view AEW Revolution, I can tell you that they have been talking about Ring of Honor a lot. You even see the Ring of Honor handshakes. This is a big deal. And I'll explain to you the reason why. WWE has always been the main game in town for the past 20 years since they bought WCW. There hasn't been another major wrestling company purchase since then. When AEW came out, because as you see in my previous Play on News video, Bullet Club created the Elite. The Elite created AEW. So anyway, when AEW came out, they were saying it's going to be a one and done, or they'll never compete with WWE. They'll never have their own developmental. And I said it from the beginning that Ring of Honor, once they went out of business and they fired literally the entire roster of wrestlers, because they wanted to restructure and save a little bit more money, I said that AEW should buy Ring of Honor. I called it. I also think that Cody Rhodes should come and be the booker for Ring of Honor, so that way he doesn't have to go to WWE. He still stays kind of around the bubble of the company he helped create with the Elite and Tony Khan. I still think that that's a huge possibility because we haven't had any concrete Cody Rhodes plans announced yet by WWE, which great, because fuck that company, just being honest. But with them purchasing Ring of Honor, now Tony Khan has come out and said that that's going to be their developmental. So if you are a WWE fan, it's going to be their NXT. I don't think we're going to change the way Ring of Honor has worked, because Ring of Honor has created such stars as Daniel Bryan, CM Punk, Kevin Owens, which is Kevin Steen, El Generico, which is Sami Zayn, the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega has wrestled there, Cody Rhodes has wrestled there, the Scorpio Sky, SCU. I mean, I could go on and on. And the reason why these people are so big is because of Ring of Honor and because of the way Ring of Honor has done things in the past. I don't think that they're going to change how Ring of Honor actually operates. If anything, I think it's going to double down on it and actually make Ring of Honor more purposeful. Because where Ring of Honor was like this niche thing where then people would go and get fed into the mainstream, now it's directly tied into the mainstream. And I think that it opens up new deals for TV deals, new merchandising deals, new action figure deals. I think it would benefit the company and the company would be more profitable. And in return, AEW themselves will be more profitable and be able to have a direct from the indies line into AEW and be able to give more people in the indies jobs with AEW, which more indie wrestlers respect compared to WWE. So I think if anything, this is going to hurt WWE's bottom line and their pool of wrestlers, because nobody was going to want to go there anymore. It's no longer going to be Ring of Honor people praying, coming from the indies to Ring of Honor praying to get into WWE. They're not. They're going to want to go directly into AEW. And I'm thrilled with that. At the end of the day, WWE also doesn't want to do indie wrestlers. They said they want to get actors and actual athletes, which is disrespectful, and they want to train them to be wrestlers. I don't know. It's like taking somebody who's a game coder, somebody who's like a game developer and they can code games, and going, we don't want you to work for Blizzard. We want to take the construction worker and teach him how to code games and then make him into a game developer. That doesn't make sense at all. So that's what they want to do. But we'll see how it goes. I'm thrilled for it. AEW to me is only going to go up from here. Street Fighter. Oh, Hadouken. I'm a big Street Fighter fan, which is the reason why we're talking about Street Fighter 6. Now, admittedly, I played Street Fighter 5 a few times because I didn't like their pay-to-play model of their roster in the beginning, where they only released a certain amount of characters, and then from there it was releasing characters like every month. I forgot how it went, but it really put me off. Now I want to go buy like a legendary or a deluxe edition and just go, okay, well, I'm going to buy Street Fighter 5 and I'm finally going to get into it and play Street Fighter now that all of the characters are out. They're still selling the characters individually. I can't with Capcom. But Street Fighter 6, I'm hoping fixes this business model and actually puts a full roster of characters in from start. I don't have a problem with DLC characters. I think DLC characters, if anything, spices up the game. The reason why is because you don't know who's going to show up. It's kind of like going back to AEW. It's like a wrestling company. You don't know who's going to get signed and show up. I think that's pretty cool. And I think if $2.99, $3.99 helps sustain the game for another year, I'm all for it. But you don't release a bare bones game and then charge for each character individually. That's the Killer Instinct move. but even Killer Instinct launched with a bunch of characters, so it's, I don't know, but I'm hyped for this trailer. You got Hot Ryu finally, and then you got Luke, who's supposed to be like an MMA fighter from the U.S. I think, you know, that would have been cool. I would have put Akuma, and then I would have put Ken, and then have them all fight each other, and then be like, yeah, now we could do 1v1 FFAs, free for alls, you know, with 4 characters. That would have been really cool of a change, and you know, have a 2D plane. But at the same time, when you do, you know, for a 4-player match, it turns into a 3D type thing. I think it would have been cool, just to be able to see those 4 characters go at it, or at least tag battles. Hopefully, it has tag battles. Chip and Dale. Okay, so hold up. I was a big Darkwing Duck fan when I was a kid, and it was always the Disney afternoons, right, or Saturday morning Disney shows. One of them was Chip and Dale's, and Chip and Dale. Not that Chip and Dale, not the stripper not Chip and Dale's, Chip and Dale. I guess there was a little adult joke there from whoever made Chip and Dale. But I remember the theme song to this day, Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. Like that shit was it was placed into my head, man. They're actually coming out with a live action CGI mix, Chip and Dale. It's a movie, and it's gonna be streaming May 20th. On Disney Plus, and I'm actually excited for it, man. I think it's gonna be a big nostalgia buzz. I think it's gonna do pretty good, because you're gonna have old heads like me that's gonna want to go see Chip and Dale, you know, live action. And the trailer looks fire. I mean, it's like a meta thing. Like, they realized that they were a Rescue Rangers show, but then they were real, I guess, like a reality show in this world, and then like they're no longer big stars. So like Chip and Dale goes to reunite the entire cast and then open up their business and get their fame back. It's like the real meta shit, but I'm all for it. It looks it looks hilarious. It looks pretty cool. I think it's gonna be something that's gonna get at least nothing like Encanto, I'll tell you that, but it's at least gonna get some buzz, and it's gonna be a pretty good time. Okay, so we just talked about Star Wars: The Old Republic and a lot of their cool cutscenes, right? Now, as I said, I'm a huge Sith fan, and this goes hand in hand with that topic. They're still kicking out DLC, and they came out with the Legacy of the Sith trailer. It just looks great. I mean, just look at it. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. There's so much potential here, and there's so much cool shit, so much lightsaber action. I mean, listen, I'm just a Star Wars geek. I mean, and that's just, anybody can tell you that knows me personally. I'm a Halo Star Wars geek, and I can tell you right now that this is something that might actually bring me back to the game. It's been a long time. I had 2 clans in it. I had a Dark Enforcers and a Dark Embracers for the Sith, and yeah, maybe give it another go. Even though I beat it like a few times, I'm gonna do it again. Because if this is anything, I'm going to open up a new account, because I don't remember any of my old shit, and I'm going to go for it. Legacy of Sith, let's go. More Sith content, please. Lego Brawls. So you got Super Smash Brothers. You got Nickelodeon All Stars Battle Royale, whatever the fuck it's called, Nick Stars or whatever it's called, which is a great game. And then you got the upcoming WB Multiverses. Now you also have another arena knock 'em off the stage type of game, Lego Brawls. Yes, I am not joking. You have Lego Brawls, which in a odd, twisted way kind of makes sense, because the Lego characters break up and you can mix and match and then create original characters, and then also get like maybe Batman Lego in there. It looks cool, man, and the gameplay looks pretty solid. I'll give it a try. Hopefully there's a beta or something, but I'm all for it. So I am waiting for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. You can see I got my Simpsons arcade cabinet. I have an X-Men cabinet over here that you guys can't see, and I also have my Marvel's Capcom cabinet over here. I've been collecting arcade cabinets. One arcade cabinet that I want is the tabletop 2-player Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game, and I also want the 4-player arcade cabinet for Turtles. And yeah, I'm waiting for Shredder's Revenge because it looks fucking amazing, and it's done by the same people that did the Scott Pilgrim game. If that's gonna be like the case, I know this game is gonna be fire. So in the meantime of waiting for my arcade cabinet and waiting for Shredder's Revenge, we got some amazing news today, which is it is called, let me get, the Cowabunga Collection, and it has tournament fighters. It has Turtles in Time, the arcade game, the fucking NES game. What? And it has pause, which you definitely need in that game. And it has a save state, which you definitely need in that game, especially before the fucking water level. Put in the clip of the fucking water level, please. Oh my god. That drove me insane, because even after I beat the fucking every other level before that, the minute I go to the water level, you're timed, you got the fucking bomb. I'm going on a rant here, I know. And then you got the fucking electric seaweed, which makes no sense in my mind. Like, that game drove me insane as a kid, and I would have loved to have a save feature, because even the codes didn't work. Like, it didn't put you where you needed to be. I would have loved to have a save feature before that level when I was a kid, and this game has save features, which is amazing. And it has every single practical Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle game up until the current one coming out, which is Shredder's Revenge, and it's a perfect time to put it out. And I did not even think that this was going to happen, honestly. And normally I could predict shit like this, like, okay, there's new Street Fighter coming out, so they're probably going to put like a HD remake or a remix of the original Street Fighter game. You know, just like they did with The Last of Us. They remastered The Last of Us before Last of Us 2 came out. I did not expect this. This came out of nowhere. I even thought this was going to be like a Switch exclusive. No, it's on Steam. It's on PlayStation, it's on Xbox, and it looks amazing, and everybody needs to go and fucking pre-order this bitch right now. I'm telling you that. To be able to play every single Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game from when I was a kid, now they even got the Game Boy and the Game Boy Advance versions on this fucking game. Like, whoever came up with the genius idea of let's just fucking throw it all out, you're blessed by God. Like, it's amazing. When I tell you to have this Shredder's Revenge in my cabinet is going to be the best day of my life, to be able to marathon every Teenage Mutant Turtle game in different ways on top of that. Like, I cannot wait for this game. Then hopefully Shredder's Revenge drops the next week, so I could just binge straight through. Finally, on the last topic of today, Gotham Knights. I have said multiple times in Play On News that this was originally going to be a Gotham Knights centric channel, and we had no release date, we had no news, we had no developer interviews, we had nothing. It was just, how do I make content out of one trailer, which had some gameplay, and barely any news? I couldn't do it. You can't do a Gotham Knights news with no news. And today we got some news. It is 10/25/2022. That is the release date for Gotham Knights. I cannot fucking wait. October, which makes sense given that it's superhero mask and long Halloween for Batman and all this stuff. I'm saying now, I think the release date plays a little part in this. It might have some aspects of long Halloween, since it's, you know, coming out near Halloween. It's like, what was it, Arkham Knight, I think it was, that took place around Christmas time. I mean, in a release close to Christmas. I think they might be doing something similar, but right now, you got Batgirl, Tim Drake, Red Hood, which is Jason Todd, and you got my boy Nightwing, Dick Grayson. Those are your main characters. I think we're going to be getting Damian as DLC. I think we're going to be getting a few characters as DLC, maybe Duke. So let's give it up. Let's give it up. I think this 2022 is going to be good. After June, of course. Let's wait till the summer, because that summer is when you get to actually enjoy all of these things. So that's it for Play On News. I have always been the one that's loving you, Lord Splice. Trust me, I'm still working on that catchphrase, because I can't use DDW anymore. We all know that. But for now, I love you. Thank you for sharing a little bit of your time, a little bit of my time. Till next time, game over, bitches.